Narayana, respected friends, welcome you all with all gratitudes, greetings, salutations, wishes, and prayers. The world continuously changes in so many ways. We too have to adapt to the changes that keep on happening. Yet, some things we have to hold on to without changing, in spite of all changes that keep on happening. They are one is the eternal values, second is the eternal truth. Keeping that in mind only that we have to hold on to the eternal truth because that is the truth. Because every jiva, one day or the other, will have to realize the truth. Then only there is fulfillment in his life. Keeping that in mind only, in spite of so many odds or temptations around, alternatives and what do you call possibilities around, in spite of all of that, we have chosen to remind ourselves of the truth through the study of Upanishads every day. And it is not a favor done to anyone, but it is the minimum help we do to ourselves. What is a great thing we do to ourselves other than reminding ourselves of the truth? Everything else, in fact, though appears to be important, it's all out of our ignorance only. The most important thing is the pursuit of truth. Whether we are fully convinced about it or not today, at least let us keep in touch with the truth. One day we may get convinced, one day we may decide to pursue only that exclusively. That is the true golden day in our life. So, why morning Upanishad classes? Why don't they be finished quickly and then, you know, stop all these things? We can do it. But then, no, let whatever it may be, every day in our Upanishadic class, we are touching the truth. That's the greatest service we are doing to ourselves. In other yugas, it is obvious, easier because they used to give lot of importance to that. In Kali Yuga, so much of materialism, science, extrovertedness, so many alternatives or bhoga are there that it is so easy and quick to forget the truth. So, the highest thing which we can do to ourselves to begin with is to remind ourselves of truth. Who else can explain to us truth other than the Shruti Mata? That is why we keep on studying. That's it. When we start feeling within that this truth I have not yet fully understood, let me. I have not yet started sadhana, let me. So these thoughts, when they gather momentum, then we slowly, firmly become the sadhaka with complete understanding. We are going towards that. So, a small explanation as to why we study Upanishads, because that is the best one. Welcome, friends. The Upanishad is Shwethashwathara, sixth chapter in these mantras, the Adbhuta Lakshana quality of the Paramatma is explained. For those quality Lakshana itself, we should worship Him, surrender to Him, do the Upasana. And that's why the Upasana, Marga, Upasana, Shastras have come following these glorious Lakshanas of that Paramatma. But our goal is not the Lakshanas, but the one to whom all these Lakshanas belong. Him we have to search. That is the Vedanta. Praising Bhagavan's Guna Lakshana and making use of them for our benefit through his blessings is Bhakti Marga. Those benefits are worldly or anything. Then this Lakshana Yukta Paramatma Swarupa and my relation with him. Finally realizing him to be myself is the Jnana Vedanta. So we search out the truth who fulfills all these Divya Gunas. I know every of the mantra for every Upanishad. Whether you talk the Divyo Hyamurta Purusha of Mundaka Upanishad or Saparigat Shukramakayam of the Ishavasya Upanishad or Tameshwaram of this Upanishad, our attention is to him to whom all these belong. Paramatma is Shakti and his expressions of the Shakti. All of us are lost in the expression of the Shakti. Very few are the ones who recognize the Shakti behind all these happenings. And very, very few are the ones who realize the Shaktiman behind that Shakti. And very few are the ones who, in trying to realize or recognize that Shaktiman, they come to know that that is me only. And like yesterday, in our Vakyavarti, Yasya Prasadat Ahameva Vishnuhu Mayeva Sarvam Parikalpitam Cha Ittam Vijanami Sadatma Rupam Tam Gurum Pranatosmyaham. That's a beautiful mantra. But it is, I am Vishnu, everything is superimposed on me. So that Paramatma Tattva, realizing as oneself, is the rarest. We are aiming at that highest. These are given in these mantras. As we keep on studying Upanishads with Bhashyam, that ability gets generated in us as to how to use those mantras for contemplation meditation. We are tending towards that also. If we do some homework beyond the classes of studies or Adhyaya Manana, then our progress will be more quicker, surer. We can have Sankalpa, we can little bit try. We cannot force our nature to suddenly change and that we become Sadhu Babaji of meditation for 24 hours per day. नहीं हो सकता. But always effort, willingness, sankalpa, prayers, they have to be maintained. So along with our Upanishadic study, we also have the other 6 things. Upanishadic mantra ucharana, the sankalpa, the shanti mantras, the mantrocharana dhyana purvaka, the common sense thought, and first of all, the Veda Parayana. Let us start, and we all do this so that our awareness regarding our Vyaktitva and how it has to be molded, we develop that too. And the most necessary blessings of Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana also we invoke, and as and when they are blessing, we make use of that blessings consciously. For that purpose, we are here. In Vedic chanting, Chandogya Upanishad, Chaturthodhyayaha, Ashtama Khanda we saw yesterday, 9th and 10th we do today. Om Atha Parayanam Samavediya Chandogyopanishad Atha Chaturthodhyayaha Atha Navamaha Khandaha. Om Prabhacharya Kulam Om Prabhacharya Kulam Tamacharyo Bhyuvada Tamacharyo Bhyuvada Satyakama iti Satyakama iti Bhagava itiha pratishushrawa Bhagava itiha pratishushrawa ब्रह्मविदिव वै सौम्य भासि ब्रह्मविद इव वै सौम्य भासि को नुत्वा अनुशशासि को नुत्वा अनुशशासि इति अन्ये मनुष्येभ्यः इत्यन्ये मनुष्येभ्यः इतिह प्रतिजज्ञे इतिह प्रतिजज्ञे भगवागंस्त्वेव मे कामे ब्रूयात् भगवागंस्त्वेव मे कामे ब्रूयात् श्रुतगं ह्येव मे भगवत् श्रुतगं ह्येव मे भगवत् दृशेभ्य आचार्याद्धैव दृशेभ्य आचार्याद्धैव विद्या विदिता साधिष्ठं प्रापतीति विद्या विदिता साधिष्ठं प्रापतीति तस्मै एतदेव उवाच एतदेव उवाच अत्र ह न किञ्चन अत्र ह न किञ्चन वीयायेति 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 इति नवमः खण्डः। अथ दशमः खण्डः। ॐ उपकोसलो ह वै कामलायनः ॐ उपकोसलो ह वै कामलायनः सत्यकामे जाबाले सत्यकामे जाबाले ब्रह्मचर्यमुवास ब्रह्मचर्यमुवास तस्य द्वादशवर्षाणि तस्य द्वादशवर्षाणि अग्नीन् परिचचार सहस्मान्यानन्तेवासिनः सहस्मान् अन्यान् अन्तेवासिनः समावर्तयगन् तगं हस्मैव न समावर्तयति तं जायोवाच तप्तो ब्रह्मचारी कुशलम् अग्नीन् पर्यचारीन् मा त्वा अग्नयः परिप्रवोचन् मा त्वाग्नयः परिप्रवोचन् प्रब्रूहि अस्मा इति तस्मै हा प्रोच्यैव प्रवासाञ्चक्रे सह व्याधिना नशितुं दध्रे तमाचार्यजायोवाच ब्रह्मचारिन् अशानकिन्नो नाश्नासीति अशानकिन्नु नाश्नासीति सहोवाच बहव इमे अस्मिन् पुरुषे कामा नानात्यया व्याधिभिः प्रतिपूर्णोऽस्मि नाश्यामीति अतः अग्नयः समुदिरे तप्तो ब्रह्मचारी कुशलं न पर्यचारीत् हन्तास्मै प्रब्रवामेति तस्मै होचुः प्राणो ब्रह्म खं ब्रह्म इति प्राणो ब्रह्म खं ब्रह्म इति सहोवाच विजानाम्यहं यत्प्राणो ब्रह्म खं च तु न विजानामीति ते होचुर्यद्वाव खं यदेव खं यदेव कमिति प्राणं च हास्मै तदाकाशं चोचुः प्राणं च हास्मै तदाकाशं चोचुः. I think these two are enough. Om अथ वेदपारायणं छान्दोग्योपनिषद् चतुर्थोऽध्यायः नवमः खण्डः. ॐ प्रापहाचार्यकुलं तमाचार्योऽभ्युवाद सत्यकाम इति भगव इतिह प्रतिशुश्राव ब्रह्मविदिव वै सौम्यभासि कोनुत्वा अनुशशास इति अन्ये मनुष्येभ्यः इदिह प्रतिजज्ञे भगवान् त्वेव मे कामे ब्रूयात् श्रुतगं ह्येव मे भगवत् दृशेभ्य आचार्याद्धैव विद्या विदिता साधिष्ठं प्रापतीति तस्मै हैतदेवोवाच अत्र न किञ्चन वीयायेति वीयायेति अथ दशमः खण्डः उपकौसलो ह वै कामलायनः सत्यकामे जाबाले ब्रह्मचर्यमुवाच तस्य द्वादशवर्षाणि अग्नीन् परिचचार सहस्मान्यानन्ते वासिनः समावर्तयगन् तगं हस्मैव न समावर्तयति तं जायोवाच तप्तो ब्रह्मचारी कुशल मात्वाग्नयः परिप्रोवचन् प्रवोचन् प्रब्रूहि अस्मा इति तस्मै हा प्रोच्चैव प्रवासान् चक्रे सह व्याधिना नशितुं दध्रे तमाचार्य जायोवाच ब्रह्मचारिन् अशान किन्नु नाश्नासीति सहोवाच बहव इमेऽस्मिन् पुरुषे कामा नानात्यया व्याधिभिः प्रतिपूर्णोऽस्मि नाशिष्यामीति अतः अग्नयः समुदिरे तप्तो ब्रह्मचारी कुशलं नः पर्यचारीद् हन्तास्मै प्रब्रवामेति तस्मै होचुः प्राणो ब्रह्म खं ब्रह्म इति सहोवाच विजानाम्यहम् यत्प्राणो ब्रह्म कं च दुःखं च न विजानामीति देहोचुर्यद्वावकं तदेवकं यदेवकं तदेवकम् इति प्राणं च हास्मै तद् आकाशं च ऊचुः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. What a beautiful feeling, when we do this chanting of Upanishad mantras, Vedas. It lifts, and really, if we do these things, staying in a very calm, quiet, secluded place like that of an ashram, we can, even though we are in Kali Yuga, we can have those beautiful feelings that we are into that Veda Yuga. Thanks to those who maintained these Shrutis, Vedas, such a manner that they have come up to our level, they are available for us. Wonderful it is. Okay. Today's common sense thought is so common, simple. देखो, Tattva alone is Jnana. Any other Jnanam is, we can't completely call as Ajnana, but it can be Ajnana in the sense A is equal to Alpa. So, Tattva Jnana is Purna Jnana, giver of moksha. All other Jnanas are Ajnanas is equal to Alpa, where they may give so many things, but not the moksha. Therefore, the Jnana Ajnana. So too, all our life is prompted by our own inner samskaras, vasanas. Our samskaras, vasanas again are of two types. One that of, as above said, the alpajnana sambandhi samskara vasanas. The other thing is the purtajnana sambandhi samskaras vasanas. Right? In that purna jnana sambandhi samskara vasana, our attention in always is in the spirituality. In the alpa jnana, ajnana, sambandhi, samskara, vasanas, more in us, all our vritti, that is alochana thoughts, pravritti, all our vyavahara, will be towards worldliness, samsara. Two. Third one is all the beings in this world, including us, are filled with, overpowered by, or having in them all these three gunas: sattva, rajas, tamas. In this, the rajotamo guna prompting us for various activities are destructive, not healthy, not encourageable. The sattva is the one which again takes us towards the positive vasanas and through that to the purna jnana, right? So we have seen the jnana jnana drushti, we have seen sadvasana durvasana drushti, we have seen guna drushti. One side the rajotamo guna, the other side sattva. Three drushtis are told. So why they are told is, you and I, today's common sense thought is that throughout the day, let us become absolutely aware that how every moment of our life is spent. Know that every moment of life spent by us through our actions, mental actions, vocal actions, physical, they are adding up to these three things. Okay? In this, which is good, which is right, which is required? First, decide it. Then, those actions only we try to do in our life which add up to these good ones, and those all involvements we try to avoid which add up to the not positive negative ones. As simple as that. So become absolutely acutely aware whether the bhojanam we eat, whether the place we go, whether the persons we meet, whether we discuss any of the topics with them, where we are with our own selves, what type of books we are studying, what type of TV programs we are seeing, what type of vocal chants, words we are uttering, what type of thoughts we are entertaining. Be acutely aware of all this and see, ki, are they adding up to our samsara or are they adding up to our sadhana? It is minimum effort we have to put. Who else can do it for us? That increasing of awareness, using that awareness to become aware is the first minimum thing for us to evolve. If we are not aware in routine or in some promptings or in somebody's misguidance, then whom else you blame for any of the failures or faults or falterings? Who will receive the blame? We are human, we are not animals. We have the intellect, we have the individuality. Intellect should understand, individuality should achieve. And if I don't use intellect and I don't use my own freedom of individuality for my own evolution, nobody can be blamed. Nobody will take the blame. And the Lord will blast us only. He will scold us. I gave you independent व्यक्तित्व. I gave you दिमाग. अब उसको यूज करके you should have reached higher, greater things. Why did you leave it to others? Why did you leave it to the temptations or promptings? Why did you use your buddhi? भगवान तो डांटेंगे हम. So we have no choice. Develop the awareness, moment to moment, be aware कि what is happening, what we are doing, what we are supposed to do. Is it adding to the samsara or it is adding to sadhana? याद करना पड़ेगा. If we are not even aware and doing only things which will pull us into samsara, then whom will you blame? That's the point. This is the price we have to pay. This is true education. This is true knowledge. This is true living. But nobody told me, "Oh, don't worry for till the past moment. Ab to pata hai na." Now we are told, start from now onwards. Better late than never. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about various reasons. Why didn't we do it till yesterday or all that? Like Leela is asking in the evening class. But why Paramatma created this world? She asked that. Mother, Paramatma never created the world. And today is the last topic. Then what's the problem? What is the reason? Because of which we are lost in this Dvaita Jagat. She will ask. In that only, what is the solution? Mazadar topic. Last 10 12 slokas, pakka. So, same way, whether our every moment's doings, mental doing, vocal doing, physical doing, visiting places, meeting people, watching various programs, they are adding to my tamoguna or they are adding to my rajoguna or they are adding up to my satoguna. That awareness is the common sense. Here too, we cannot take just for granted anything. Any wise man should look for his better future. For that, he should behave well in the present. No one ever bothers about future. कुछ भी हो जाए. In the present, I'll just indulge. He is not intelligent. He will suffer his ignorance. He'll suffer his stupidity very soon. So that awareness कि मैं संसार की तरफ जा रहा हूँ कि साधना की तरफ जा रहा हूँ. मेरे अंदर तमोगुण बढ़ रहे हैं, रजोगुण बढ़ रहे हैं और सत्वगुण, isn't it? In the same way, third one, in me, the negative vasanas are growing or positive vasanas, which, which are adding up to because of my doings. We have to be aware because those vasanas, as they are now, compel us, force us. So teacher they are good or bad, that we have no choice at all. If that's the case, then why not consciously put efforts throughout the day, throughout few lives, to develop or add up to those beautiful positive vasana samskara that they prompt us, tempt us, force us to be good, to be spiritual. You go in this life of, you see some people उठ ही जाते हैं 4 बजे, कुछ भी हो उनको नींद नहीं आता because their vasanas are like that. And the others who have made the vasana of sleeping up to 7, कुछ भी करो, you if you wake him up at even 6 o'clock also, 1 hour before, not 4, he will sleep the whole day. उनका वासना ऐसा है. Every time, some people. So vegetarian food, that's it. They don't even look at 1 year, 2 year, whole life of 90, 100 years. That no non-veg, only pure. That's what their vasana. The other people, breakfast, lunch, dinner, munching also, veg or non-veg only chahiye. Their vasana is like that. Isn't it? Somebody every day will go to temple. Try in the morning, if not whenever possible, throughout the day, at least once. The other fellow every day will go to a bar, any time in the daytime. उसका वो आसना है, इसका ये आसना है. Somebody, always worried, concerned, which Mahatma has come to city, whose satsang I have to go and listen. That concern, that feeling, he is always looking into, like in our childhood, our father used to show, देखो, events in the city होते थे, होते हैं ना, आज शहर में 12 items, 15 items. So this is a place that Mahatma Ji is coming. Go and listen. Swami Chinmay is coming. That college, AV college ground or that ground. Listen. Let us. So some people are interested in that. Especially Saturday, Sunday, lot of spiritual programs used to happen. So it used to come. The others see the other aspect, which are the cinemas that are released or seen today in the his vasana is this, that vasana is this. Who is responsible for it? Knowingly or unknowingly, whatever we add up to our vasana, that alone comes back. याद रखो. इसलिए be aware कि what vasanas I am adding to myself. हर दिन धरो. If they are negative, कि कल they will force me to be negative or worldly. You know why in our olden days children were not allowed to get exposed to everything? This is the fear कि इसके अंदर ऐसे कोई नेगेटिव वासना बने तो फिर उसको कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते. That's why they were not sent out also for many these things, etc. No, not required. That protected a lot people. Now, though you can't stay at home, you have to go out only for various reasons. But give that Rakshana Kavacham, this one. Ki what you receive, that alone expresses through you. So beware, beta. Training करके भेजना उनको. So that he will be in the same corporate office, but he will be in that protecting self-accepted self-discipline. You know, every nonsense happens there, you all know. But you have to protect your children and they have to go also there. Because livelihood, earning, वर्ल्ड तो बदल गया ना पिछले 40 साल में. यहाँ भी दोनों को नौकरी करना पड़ेगा. अब क्या क्या बताए. बट दिस रक्षणा कवचम इज देयर मानो डीप रूटेड. My life depends on my thoughts, actions. They depend on my vasanas. They are created by me, knowingly or unknowingly. In this way, let me be aware. Same way, last but not the least, कि our every moment's life, adding up to our avidya ajnanam or adding up to the vidya ajnanam. Avidya ajnanam is everything other than the self. Vidya ajnanam is regarding the self. Whether you study books or whether you listen to someone or whether you are independently entertaining the thoughts. आप कार में जा रहे हो, ड्राइवर चला रहा है 20 मिनट. In the 20 minutes, you can remember one Veda mantra, Upanishad mantra, and strengthen the jnanam regarding tattva. Isn't it? Like that, per day, hundreds of occasions are available with all our very busy schedule to add up to our jnanam or to our jnana. And those are not so much busy because of their naukari, etc. Retire ho gaye. They are the more luckiest ones. Bas, they have to strategize themselves. They have to plan themselves. अपना systematic planning strategy बनाना है. In spite of all ill health, etc. also, one can find some times to remember oneself of the truth. ज्ञानम बस सब इच्छा की बात होती. तो उनको इच्छा नहीं होता, with all conveniences also he cannot do. If Icha is very strong, with every inconvenience also one can do. Like Guru Patni here. Today we chanted in that, that child brahmachari, neither doing that Agni Prajwalam like other brahmacharis, nor is eating the food. Her mother Guru Patni asked, Beta, kya hua, kyun nahi kha raha hai? He said that some vyadhi is there, that discussion. So, four things. Samsara or sadhana. सत्वरजगुण और तमोरजगुण और सत्वगुण. दुर्वासनास or sadvasanas. Ajnanam or jnanam. What are we adding up to every day, adding to ourselves? Become aware of it and slowly change it. See, that information is important first. That information given now. Make it your knowledge. कोई इसके लिए कोई कॉस्ट तो नहीं मांग रहे, आपका ले लो. Then use that knowledge. Be convinced about it and start in small doses. Isn't it? The time wise practice always helps. Ki subah, if I get up at 6, between 6 to 8, 2 hours, I'll be fully observant about myself. And see, as 4 sets are told, I'll try to do the positive one. Don't. Din bhar then you are busy last. Because every time maintaining awareness in the beginning may not. Again in the evening, 1 hour. And I come home from the office at 6 or 7 to 8, 8:30. I'll be with my own. this sadhana. Then holidays. Half day I will be fully aware. इस तरह ढूंढोगे तो तकनीक बहुत मिलते हैं हमको to become aware of our every moment's performances and know what to jnana ajnana one set sataguna and rajotama guna another set durvasanas sadvasanas another set then worldly samsari and spiritual other set है ना like a TV is there a movie is there all the indulgence enjoyments are shown in that when you see that you get those vasanas those thoughts here maybe you enjoy karo in that very TV there is another movie the Prahlada Nrsimha story wala or in every language that so many sadhana movies adhyatmika when you see that are you feel like that are yaar mere ko aisa banna chahiye example see that you choose what to be chosen and which helps and you celebrate that afterwards I enjoy what I have chosen the positive just like if I have selected the negative I suffer isn't it that joy which I can't explain to others share with others if I choose the positive so too when I choose negative the suffering also so inexplicable and non-shareable why the oldies are so frustrated miserable because the nonsense they have done throughout life and the consequence of regrets and guilt and sufferings which they can't share with others. That's why Ruthi better it. But among those some oldies, they are jubilant, excellent, happy. ऐसे कैसे भाई? Because we lived a very good. They say मजा आया पीछे घूम. Whole life was wonderfully lived. Chance is ours. Choice is ours. Right? Four sets we have done. Many can be told, but the very important these four. Samsara and sadhana, tamorajaguna or satoguna, durvasanas or sattvasanas, ajnanam or vijnanam. What we are adding every moment. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, in our today's mantra ucharana, mantra, one mantra. Okay. Guru, flesh and blood in front of us. To for us to get to access. Like today, that Guru was asking that Shishya, Haryar, already you are looking like a Brahmagnani. Who is the Guru who taught you? A very beautiful discussion. So, the Guru, flesh and blood, but in him the wisdom is the real Guru. And that wisdom has come to him from the Parampara. Therefore, the Guru Parampara is the real Guru. And it has begun somewhere. That's called Guru Tattva. And that Guru Tattva has to be the Parabrahma Tattva. So never forget this sequence. Parabrahma Tattva, while expressing in the form of this entire universe through its Maya, at one place expresses as Guru Tattva to teach. That Guru Tattva only goes on expressing as Guru Parampara. Guru se Shishya. So in that Parampara only, this from him we learn and we are in that lineage of Guru Shishya. We teach the next generation. Therefore, the Guru who is in front of us physically, him also we have to respect, revere, worship and get guidance. We also must know that this Guru is not limited only to this. He is the Guru Parampara is Guru Tattva, Shashwat Tattva. Okay, so this mantra, so many beautiful mantras are there. Today we focus on this one. Who is my Guru? This is what is my Guru. Om Chaitanya Shashwatah Shantah व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. This is the mantra. Namaha Kriyapada. Salutations. Obviously, to whom? Gurave. Shri Gurave Namaha. The Guru with all the richness of knowledge, experience, and richness of love and compassion to teach me. That Shri Guru I salute. So Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. To that Shri Guru, my salutations. Who is that Guru? Throughout that Guru Stotram or Guru Gita, more than 110 shlokas, the Guru Mahima is sung. How beautiful it is. Whole thing every day should be chanted. One of the mantra of 110 is this one. He is Chaitanya. He is a pure consciousness. Is my Guru consciousness or Jada? Ab dekho. If we consider our Guru as a Sharira, Sharira is Jada only. Or that Sharira of the Guru is Chinmaya. You must know. Chaitanya. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Second, Shashwataha. He is beyond time. Permanent is my Guru. Not that I liked another Guru, so this Guru I left. So I go on changing the Guru every week. He is Shashwata. We don't change. We hold on to the Lord. He only expresses various Gurus to treat us, teach us, train us. Like we go to hospital for health. We go there for that. The doctors keep changing. Depending on which part of my body is to be treated, वो वाला डॉक्टर आएगा. Isn't it? अब एक्सीडेंट होके गया तो who will come first to first the other parts को सेट करने वाला आएगा, वो करेंगे. फिर the orthopedician comes, then he will set all the पट्टी वट्टी. क्योंकि बोन टूटने दो, लेकिन वाइटल ऑर्गन्स दूसरे ठीक होने चाहिए. So one by one they come. Then dietitian, physician, physiotherapist. फर्स्ट डे फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट नहीं आता है, थोड़ा 10-15 स्लोली हिला विला के ठीक कर देता है. Same way in our life also, one Guru only can come in so many forms. We recognize all of them. He is Shashwata. See the beauty. Guru is Shashwata with us. We only neglect the Guru. There was no time in the Srishti where any human being is without the Guru given. No. To everybody the Guru is given. The disciple doesn't recognize. अब क्या करे? The person. So he is Shashwata. Then Shantaha. My Guru is Shanta. He has no worries, anxieties, excitements, or things yet to be achieved. That he has to be Ashanta. No, he is Shanta. The Shanti like Samudra. No need to run like a river. He merged in that infinite. So, next one, Vyoma Atitaha. He is beyond the Bhutakasha, Bhuta Jagat, Chittakasha, Chitta Jagat. He is Chidakasha. And Niranjanaha. There is no Anjana stain of Ajnana in him, stain of individuality in him, stain of Ragadvesha in him. दो ऐसा अंजन कहते हैं उसको. अंजन मीन्स धब्बा, dark spot. Niranjan. In another language, Anjana also means medicine. You know, in this very stotra it comes Jnananjana Shalakaya. Here the Anjana is medicine, Jnananjana. Here it is Niranjana is the Anjana is some dark spot. Niranjana hai hamare Guru. And Bindunada Kalatita. Okay. Kala means the gross expressions. Nada means subtle expression. Bindu is the source, the self, or the Maya Shakti, let us say, from where these subtle grass express. He is Atitaha, he is beyond all of that. Waking plane is Kala, Jagrat, Swapna is Nada, Sushupti is Bindu, Istara. He is Atita, he is Turiya. Actually, Kala means Shabda. Nada means the Nada behind the Shabdas. Bindu is the spot where the self expresses as the Shabda. First नाद के रूप में, बाद में शब्द के रूप. He is Atita. Bindu Nada Kalatita. Kala is Sthula, Nada is Sukshma, Bindu is Karana. तो स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण अतीत. तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. To that my guru, my upasana and my surrenders and my salutations, asking him to bless me with this tattva jnana. Nothing more is there for me to ask, nothing less I can ask and insult you. When you can give the highest, I ask you that one. Beautiful mantra. Feel here the physical guru worshipped and he is lifted to the level of Brahman in our own Shraddha, in our own interest. Chant it. Om Chaitanya Shashwata Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindunadakalatitaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. While chanting it, your own Swaguru and all the Gurus of all Shastras we are studying, you can remember and equate them with the Parabrahma only and ask them to bless us with that Brahmanambhuti. इस तरह करो. ॐ चैतन्यः शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्यः शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्यः शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ चैतन्य शाश्वतः शान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Beautiful mantras. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं निधये सर्वविद्यानां पुराणानां भवता जनता सुहिता भविता ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहं। पारायणं पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। Friends, fifth chapter. Can we? ॐ नैव स्त्रीण पुमानेश न चैवायं नपुंसकः यद्यत् शरीरमादत्ते तेन तेन स रक्ष्यते सङ्कल्पनस्पर्शनदृष्टिमोहैः ग्रासाम्बुवृष्ट्यात्मविवृद्धिजन्म कर्मानुगान्यनुक्रमेण देहि स्थानेषु रूपाणि अभिसम्प्रपद्यते स्थूलानि सूक्ष्माणि बहूनि चैव रूपाणि देहि स्वगुणैर्वृणोति क्रियागुणैरात्मगुणैश्च तेषां संयोगहेतुरपरोऽपि दृष्टः। ॐ अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः. So in the sixth chapter, yesterday again repeatedly we studied the seventh mantra with Bhashyam. There the testimonial experience of the Brahmagnani. That I have realized, we have realized that Brahman, Vidama, who is he? Devam, he is pure consciousness. Then Bhuvananam Isham, Bhuvanesham, he is the Lord of Anantagodi Brahmandas. And earlier the 4 points. Ishwaranam Paramam Mahesham, Devatanam cha Paramam Daivatam, Patim Patinam, then Paramam Parastat. Those 4, then Devam, Bhuvanesham, Idyam, 7. This Lord we have seen. In this, the important one, every word is important. The last one is Idyam, Stutyam. So, this Parabrahma Paramatma alone is worthy of recognizing, worthy of knowing that everything is His Leela, worthy of valuing, worthy of worshipping, finally worthy of asking anything if we want, and ultimately worthy of identifying with. All these we can add in that one word, idiom, even though that word's literal meaning is stutyam. Literal meaning पे रुकना नहीं हमको. After these many days of studying Shastras, we must know the words put in the book will be in limited size. They are given there as an alambana for us to understand the word meaning and then indicated thing. So, idiom is stutyam, including he is to be recognized. All leelas are because of him and his powers. Therefore, he alone has to be worshipped and prayed and praised for, and he alone should be asked whatever we want. Finally, we have to discover him only. as ourselves. That's the meaning of idiom. Tam vidama, we have realized. So that means what is said by all Upanishads, these Upanishads so far about the Brahman with these Swarupa and Tatastha Lakshanas is not only a concept, it is a reality. Realizable reality they have realized. So in this, one, what is told about Parabrahma Paramatma, all of them are understood. So to such Paramatma is there. That also is proved that proved third, he can be experienced. That also is said in this shloka. परब्रह्म है, इन गुणों से है, उनको हम अनुभव में ला सकते हैं. To increase that shraddha in us, that this shloka. Because what ultimately pushes us is shraddha. Yo shraddhamayoyam purushaha. Yo shraddha sa eva saha. If your shraddha is in Paramatma Tattva, we pursue him, we reach him. If our shraddha is in the samsara, we pursue it and we get lost in it. So these shlokas that way become very crucial to intensify our shraddha, which is very essential, and we should have the art of using such mantras to add up to our shraddha. Then each of the sentence you take your time to contemplate. Ishwaranam paramam maheshwaram devatanam paramam cha devatam patim patinam. Na? Then patim patinam paramam parastat. Each word you contemplate. Vidama devam bhuvanesham and idyam. So in one sentence if you want to say, without that Parabrahma, neither this world of duality which you and I are seeing can exist, nor anything that's happening in it could have happened. Because the existence to the world is given by the existence of Paramatma. The things that are happening in the world are happening by the Divya Maya Shakti of Paramatma. That's why the whole world is Paramatma and his Maya Shakti Leela. That's what is depicted as Sita, Rama, Shiva, Parvati. All of that is Prakriti Purusha, what you call it as Paramatma and his Shakti Leela. Other than these two, everything else, if we give importance more than these two, we are lost in ignorance. So सब है इस जगत में, लेकिन भगवान का ही शक्ति है, भगवान ही सत्ता है. That's how we have to talk. All chairs are there, but they are made of wood. Wood should not be forgotten. All waves are there, but water. All pots are there, but mud. Don't forget the mud. All ornaments are there, but the gold. The entire Rupanamatma Jagat is there, but the Parabrahman only in that way. That is how Vidama, by giving this report of that Jnani, Shruti Mata is saying what we are saying is just not words. The truth is there, that is realizable. When you realize, there is moksha. Therefore, intensify your desire to know the self, intensify your knowledge of the self, strengthen, and then intensify your sadhana for it. You have sankalpa, you plan, you start doing little, you'll be able to do more and more. Don't be in an intellectual lethargy state of not knowing it and physical mental letharginess of not doing anything. वो बात नहीं बनता उससे. This is what is this shloka. Now we will go to the Ishwar ki Mahatta. Why he is called as Parama Ishwara? What is his Mahima? Okay. Sambandha Bhashya, one liner. Katam Maheshwaratvam iti ah. Katam Maheshwaratvam. Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. You said, how come that Maheshwaratva has come to him? What do you mean by that? In this way, when Purupakshi asked, the Shruti Mata Siddhanti is telling. Beautiful mantra again this is. Each of them are very deeply to be pondered, totally engrossing in the mantra and mantrartha. Getting ourselves withdrawn from anything outer, anything even उस intense heat of contemplation में these mantras have to be used for contemplation. Then they make our intellects so sharp and subtle to be able to grasp, understand intellectually the presence of that pure self. Then the sadhana of Vyatireka and Anvaya, when we do for sufficient time, then the ignorance and vasana wall, which is not allowing her to experience that self, that will be removed through Nididhyasana. But before Nididhyasana, the deep intellectual understanding and conviction. That will come when we contemplate on these mantras that way. So, you and I, let's pray that other than this class, O Lord, please bless us. And we also have sankalpa to find the time to sit and deeply enter into that ध्यान. है ना, संकल्प करना पड़ता है, मांगना पड़ता है. नहीं चाहिए तो वो क्या करें? 1 hour is enough for the class. Throughout the day we'll be in the worldliness. Not suggestible, not advisable. We have to become day by day more serious, sincere, intense only in our longing as well as possibility of sadhanas. Life should be fulfilled, no? Adhura chodkar. We cannot insult all our rishis, gurus, who are even in this Kali Yuga giving us such a wonderful knowledge of Upanishads. Right. Kasmat Maheshwaratvam, Katham Maheshwaratvam Itya. What do you mean by is Maheshwaratva? Please explain. Answer. Chant the mantra 2 times. Om Natasya Karyam Karanam Cha Vidyate. Natat, Natasya Karyam Karanam Cha Vidyate. Natat Samaschabhyadikascha Drushyate. Natat Samaschabhyadikascha Drushyate. परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञान बल क्रिया च स्वाभाविकी ज्ञान बल क्रिया च टुगेदर ओम न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriya Cha. Because of these things, he is Maheshwara. First one, Natasya Karyam, Natasya Karanam Vidyate. 2. 3. Natat Samascha Avi Adhikaha Drishyate. 4. Parasya Shaktihi. 5. Vividaiva Shruyate. 6. Swabhaviki. 7. Jnana Kriya. Jnana Kriyaha 8, Bala Kriyaha 9. So 9 things we have to understand in this shloka. And all of them, as we are listening through ears, the intellect also should come to that place of ears, get the data, and it should do the munching of it, so that that knowledge is gained, grasped. So of that Parabrahma Paramatma, tasya na karyam na karanam vidyate. As you and I have the karya, the sthula sharira, the karana, the sukshma sharira, he doesn't have. That is his Maheshwarat. Then analysis is lengthy. Maybe tomorrow we will see. One idea is we think without karya karana the life is not at all possible. With that, we do variety of things by which we are provided with karya and karana, and unfortunately in that karya karana only we are lost. Because of that only we are in samsara. Paramatma knows that karya karana is bondage. Therefore he never allowed the karya karana to get manifest. Therefore he is never bound because of them. That's the meaning of he has no karya karana by choice. Feel it that way. We need the karana and karya. Karya is the final effect of Panchamahabhutas. That is the Sthula Sharira. Whenever in Vedanta, karya karana shabdas come, Karya means Sthula Sharira, Karana means Sukshma Sharira. In the Sukshma Sharira, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, then Pancha Prana, then 15, okay. Then Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara 4, 19. These are all called Karana. The Karya is Bhoga Ayatanam. The Karana is Bhoga Sadhanam. Ayatanam is your house. The Karanam is Bhoga Sadhanam is the items that are there in the house for various your enjoyments, happinesses, misery, beating each other. They are all called Karanam, yes, Sadhanam. Bhoga Ayatanam is place to stay. Bhoga Sadhanam is instruments. House and the inner house में जो भी आप टीवी भी लगाते हो सारे. So Sthula Sharira is Ayatanam, Sukshma Sharira is Karanam. For whom? Jiva, not for Paramatma. He is I am blissful self. I am not a jiva that I need a sharira to stay as well as I need karanas to do something and enjoy. I am sarva vyapaka. Why should I have a karya? And I have nothing to achieve, therefore no need of karanam for me. So natasya karyam karanancha vidyate. In that pure Brahman, stula sukshma shariras are not there. Understand it. Second, natat samascha abhi adhikascha drushyate. There is nobody or nothing. Samaha equal to him. Then equal only is not there. What to talk about? Adhikaha? Somebody higher and greater than him? No. This comes in Gita, 7th chapter, 7th sloka. Bhagavan says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti. Arjuna also says in the Vishwarupa Darshana, Natat samostyabhyadika kutonyah लोकत्रये अपि अप्रतिम प्रभावः तस्मात् प्रणम्य प्रणिधाय कायं प्रसादये त्वाम् अहम् ईशमीड्यं पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रियः प्रियायाः हरहसि सोढुम्. ब्यूटिफुल मंत्रास. ये दो मंत्र को डेली भगवान को पूजा अभिषेक करते हुए चैंट करो. ही विल गिव यू दैट शरणागत. दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड. तस्मात् प्रणम्य ये त्वामहमीशमीड्यं पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रिय प्रियायार्हसि देव सोढुम्. Before that shloka is Pitasi lokasya characharasya Tamasya pujyascha gururgariyan Natvat samostya vyadika kutonyaha Lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. These two shlokas. In the first shloka only Natvat samosti abhi adhikaha kutaha anyaha. Characharasya lokasya pitasi Asya tvam pujyaha guruhu gariyan न तत्समहस्ति अभी अधिक कुतः त्रये लोकत्रये अपि and you are finally apratima prabha. Tasmat, I have realized you, having seen your form. Therefore, tasmat pranamya, having saluted to you, pranidhaya kayam, totally putting my body on the ground, tvam prasadai. I just make you prasanna towards me through this surrender. Tvam prasade aham. Who are you? Isham and Idyam. And what do you want? Piteva putrasya sakheva sakyu. Like the father forgives and embraces the son. Sakheva sakyu. Like the friend forgives, embraces the friend. Priya priyayaha. Like the beloved forgives that lover and embraces. Arahasi deva sodhum. You forbear all my mistakes, shortcomings. Greatest mantra of Gita. 11th chapter. Mein, I say so many gems are there. है ना, पढ़ते रहना. So in that one line is न तत् अस्ति अभि अधिकः कुतः. Here also, so न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते. Then न तत् समश्च अभि अधिकः च दृश्यते. There is nobody equal to him. There is nobody higher to him because there is nothing other than him. Something other than should be there for that thing to be equivalent or higher. There's nobody other than him. He is Purna. He is Sarvavyapaka. He alone is there. He is Ekamevadvayam. Okay. This very contemplative thought. That thought takes us to all these three understandings. One, all the Devata Rupas are his only. Two, the wielder of all these Devata Rupas, the Mukhya Devata is Ishvara, also he only. And that whole Shakti is inside him, he alone is the Brahman. All the three are realized. We have to understand Paramatma to be Parabrahma, to be Ishvara, it's Maya Shakti, and this Maya Shakti expression ke time he alone is in the form of Devatas or Shaktis, which who are managing the show of the world. Hmm. In which text today we will see that of all the Upadhis, he is the Devata. Yesterday in the last loka only we have seen. Devatanam cha param cha Devatam. In that we can see he is of Devatas means Adhisthana Devatas. He is the Lord of all of them. That Devata is the word indicating the Adhisthana Devatas for all our Upadhis. That thought we missed to share. Today we shared. Okay. Tatat samasthabhyadikasdurshate. The next one is Para Asya Shakti. Yes, Shakti. That Shakti is supreme. And that is Vividha Eva Shruyate. It is seen expressing in various forms. And this Shakti and his relation with the Shakti is, it is his Swabhaviki Shakti. It is not what do you call, bought from somewhere, manufactured somewhere. Apna Swayam ka hai. And what is that Shakti has got? Jnana Kriya and Bala Kriya. Okay. And with its Jnana Bala Kriya only, the entire universe, cosmos is run by that. Because of all these words, he is Maha Ishwar. So this sloka worthy of more contemplation with भाष्य भाष्य से तो हमने पढ़े नहीं कल इसको हम भाष्य से पढ़ेंगे ठीक है आज इतना काफी है ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं ओम श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, friends. Now study Gita for some time. Come.